Pranks and gags are a lot like red pepper flakes. Some people love them, some people hate them, and if you turn your back on certain friends, you're just going to get served them no matter what. Being overfamiliar with psychology and litigation, I'm a very distrusting person. You'll never catch me take a big bite of a dish I haven't already tasted. Thus, I'm pleased to report that it is near impossible to lead me along. I've worked with lawyers ever since I was 20. Let's just save time and assume I'm going to know right when you're lying to me. However, I'm also a big brother, so I would be misleading you all if I suggested I never spiced up someone else's dish. Some of these gags were as simple as helping my brothers with science, such as when young Donnie was learning about temperature and density, so I told him that it felt like a warm breeze if you soaked your hand in cold water and put it under a faucet of running hot water. Oh, I said it for lukewarm, I'm not that evil. Probably my most elaborate charade would be having lived in the closet for a couple of decades, but I don't think I fooled anyone other than my immediate family and ex-wife. I guess my favorite little gags are the ones that set off a chain reaction. The ones that butterfly affect their way outward, getting other people involved, and getting the ante upped until nobody even recalls just how it started, or that it was all on me. That last part being the most important. My favorite example of such a time was back in the 90s. For those not familiar, when you're in a hotel with a group of friends back then and not going anywhere for a while, you all were each other's entertainment. My friends and I were competing in the American Taekwondo Association's international tournament for the first time, and for a couple of us it was our first tournament since receiving our black belts. The night before our competitions, we laid out our uniforms for ironing and did as much as we could so that we would have nothing to do in the morning but get dressed and leave. That meant showering the night before, no biggie. Now this was a nice hotel. So nice, in fact, it had a wishing fountain in the middle of it. A little jinx of a pool, if you ask me. While my room shower was in use, I went to make a wish to do well in the competition, flipped my quarter, it hit an accent light in the middle of the damn thing, and bounced out the other side of the well. Returning to my room, bathroom still occupied, I mentioned how nice the hotel is, because I find something in particular an inexcusable architectural design for any hotel, especially one that still has all the letters lit, and a freaking indoor fountain. The light switch to the bathroom was outside the bathroom. To motivate my surely waterlogged by now friend Dolo, I hit the switch ever so briefly and returned it to the on position. This taught me that my friend's sense of balance is solar powered. Sometime in the third of a second that the room had gone dark, Dolo, having been cut off from her source of stabilization energy, fell over. But seriously, the light was back on and I was almost back in my bed before the thud happened, which perplexed everyone hanging out in my room. Ultimately, that did work in accelerating her hygiene. When Dolo stormed out of the bathroom wearing her crisp uniform, she bellowed, "All right, who turned the light off?" My brothers might not have been around at the time, but I possessed a very transferable skill that made their training automatic in this situation. I pointed my thumb at the neighboring room and went, "Lisa did it." "Oh yeah?" inquired Dolo, who grabbed the nearest Dixie cup, filled it with water, and stormed out of the room. Just a couple of seconds later, we heard Lisa scream from the room next door, followed by, "What the heck?" which went unanswered as everyone else laughed and Dolo returned to our room. Not to be outdone, Lisa appeared in our doorway, charged Dolo with a bucket of ice water. With Dolo's uniform now having some drenched spots on it, the focus of the back and forth died down as Dolo tried to think of ways to quickly dry the fabric. What happened next could best be a piece that appeals to Animaniacs fans in the show's Good Idea, Bad Idea segment. Good idea, using an iron to dry your clothes faster. Bad idea, using an iron while wearing the wet clothes. Opting out of first changing into her sleeping attire, Dolo grabbed the ready iron and pressed it against her thigh. The water immediately flashed to steam, resulting in a triangular-shaped blister on her thigh. It wasn't so serious it required emergency medical attention, and she was able to compete the next day, just so you all know. But it did take everyone's mind off the water throwing and how it all started with me shutting the light off and blaming Lisa. A tidbit I was more than happy to let die. I like to tell stories that teach as well as entertain. So I weaved a few things for everyone to take away from this event tonight. First, I'm the kind of person who sometimes likes to just throw a grenade and run. And I'm really good at getting away with things. It's been a great help in my legal career. Second, sometimes you just have to let a prank die or you'll get burned in the escalation. And finally, when you're in the store purchasing a new iron, look at the box to see the caution that says, "Do not attempt to iron clothes on body." And you know, one time you wondered who the... Well, now you know.